Good morning. This morning what I'd like to cover is something that's a little bit more difficult. A lot of my clients struggle with discouragement at times where they go, wait a second, I've been working on these things. Mark, I've been following your lead. I've been working on some of these. This is not everyone, but some of my clients. I've been working on stuff and I haven't seen a drastic change. I actually just had a client who said, Mark, I'm not interested anymore. I'm not seeing a drastic change. It's been a short period of time that we've been working together. But she said, I haven't been seeing a drastic change. And here's the problem. I have a really odd job. My job is to change your mind, not simply your actions, not give you a 3-step process that one size fits all fits everyone. And what I want to encourage you to do today is have a way of measuring success in a certain way so that you don't get discouraged. Because this person that quit is somebody who was starting to make some fantastic changes in her life. And if she would have continued, she would have seen results fairly quickly. There's a chapter in Think and Grow Rich where Napoleon Hill talks about 3 feet from gold or something like that, or 3 meters from gold, where this gold prospector went up, and I don't know whether it's like 1849 in San Francisco or it was Yukon, but this person goes prospecting for gold and spends his life savings, really works, and he gives up and says, no, I'm not into this anymore. I've spent too much time, wasted too much time and energy on this. And he goes and sells off his land to the first bidder. And the next person who comes in, before he buys it, he says, can I look at the land? Yeah. And he looks at the land and brings someone with him who's an expert on where gold tends to exist in the ground. I don't even know if this story is true, but it's a good story. It makes a great point. So he brings this other person. The guy goes, buy this land. There's most likely gold. It looks like there's an ancient waterfall here. Right at the bottom of the waterfall, there would be gold. And so the new individual ends up buying the land. And when he buys the land, sure enough, 3 feet or 3 meters, I can't remember exactly what he said, probably 3 feet because it's an American buck, 3 feet from gold, or 3 feet from where the guy had stopped digging, was a huge gold find, one of the largest gold finds in the area. So much of success is about perseverance, persistence. What I call it is stubbornness. Some people call it grit. Some people call it perseverance. I call it perseverance with my kids. With me, I call it's stubbornness. But it's basically the same thing. To be stubborn is such a great gift if it's pointed in the right direction. And one way you can help yourself with perseverance, with stubbornness, with not giving up, is to make sure that you're measuring your success on some level. Make sure that you're writing in your journal, or you're presenting who you are. What's your mindset? How are you thinking? I met with a client. When was it? Yesterday. And for the last 6 months, her life has changed drastically as she's changed her headspace. But she's been persistent. She's been stubborn with it. And one thing we did last night, because we've kind of come to the end of a 6-month period of time, we looked back and said, do you remember how you were thinking? Because I had taken some notes about this. And she said, I can't believe the changes in me. If I would have thought about it, I would have said there weren't many changes. And yet, as you're presenting it, that's who I was. She was doing all these crazy things in relationships and business, and it was not helping her. And now she goes, I'm a different person. It was really encouraging for her. So here's what I want you to do. Encourage yourself by writing down your thoughts. You don't have to do this on a daily basis. But if you have kind of a low day, write down your thoughts. If you have a high day, write down your thoughts. And what you'll start to discover as you compare your notes to a month ago, 3 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, as you work towards this, you'll start to see huge change. I'll give you a really quick metaphor to describe this. And this is true, okay? This is true. I talked to a physicist about this. I'm pretty sure he was telling me the truth. I trust him a lot. A calorie is a unit of measurement. A calorie measures how much, if I've got this right, how much energy it is to warm 1 gram of water 1 degree Celsius. Okay, so if you have 56 degree water, 1 calorie moves that 1 gram of water to 57 degrees Celsius, or 57 to 58, or 2 to 3, or 98 to 99. It doesn't matter where it is on the spectrum, okay, as far as I understand. So 1 calorie moves 1 gram of water 1 degree Celsius. Here's the thing. How much energy, how many calories does it take to change 100 degree water, 1 gram of 100 degree water, into 100 degree steam? So it's the same temperature, it's simply a change in state. Same temperature change in state, 100 degree water to 100 degree steam. Guess how many calories? Not 1, not 10, not 50, not 283, It takes 540 calories to change 1 gram of water into 1 gram, or I guess it wouldn't be measured in the same way, right? But 1 gram of water into 100-degree water into 100-degree steam. Is that not fascinating? What's the difference? What does it take? And I think about that. I think about the water as one of my clients, or somebody who's thinking about this back home, going, I'm not changing. I'm putting energy. I've put in 50 calories. I've put in 100 calories. I've put 300 calories into it, and I'm not seeing any change. I'm still at 100 degrees. I'm still water. And if they only knew that if they put in a few more, they were at 538 calories. If they put in 2 more calories, they would have exactly what they want, and forever they'd be free. It'd completely break the laws of what they exist in, and they'd be in a completely different, almost dimension. What I'm going to challenge you to do is be like steam. Reach the level of steam. In order to do that, you're going to have to plug away. And there are going to be times where it looks like you're plateauing. It looks like you've put 535 calories in and there's no change. It looks that way maybe. But you know what? Trust the process. Because as you do that, everything will change. Everything will change. And this is why I don't give people systems, because everyone is different. Everyone needs a different encouragement all the time. Be encouraged today to write down some ways to measure yourself, your mindset, where you're at, so that when you come back in the future in 3 months and 6 months and 9 months and 12 months and 3 years, you won't recognize who you were. That's what encouragement is. When you realize, I think differently now. And in fact, I can't even go back to where I was because I'm a different human being now. That will change everything.